Kansas State. The kids played really hard, and they earned that win. It was a heck of a ball game. I thought when we faked that punt, scored, gained all the momentum, and the way we had been playing prior to that next drive on defense in the second half, that we're going to win this game. So that didn't happen. They were 4 of 15 on third down, and I think all 4 conversions came in that drive. Maybe it was 5 because we had a pass interference call against us there too. And bottom line is we didn't finish, and they did, and that's really what it came down to. That last drive, we missed the field goal too, so obviously that had something to do with it. But it's a heck of a football game, and you got to watch a game with 2 teams that play really hard. Probably a fun game to watch with 2 fake punts, and the kids played hard on both sidelines, and a well-coached game. Only 1 turnover. Wasn't a lot of penalties, so it was a good football game. Unfortunately, we just didn't make enough plays to win it at the end.
All right, any question, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. We'll sit all the way on the end to make sure.
Yeah, Dave, I know this is still kind of fresh, but where do you think this team sets you up in terms of looking ahead to the future? Do you feel like it puts you and the program in a good place?
Well, the way we finished the season definitely did. I'm not talking about the bowl game, but 5 regular season wins. I felt like a lot of things clicked, and formulas for winning, and guys understanding what it takes, and some guys emerged in some positions. There was some good leadership that arose on the team. It's a hungry team. A disappointed bunch of guys in that locker room right now. I think they'll be heavily motivated to finish. The word that we talked a lot about. K-State has doubled up their opponents in the fourth quarter this year. When you look at their scoring in that quarter, and so we knew that was the critical piece of the game. It's something we talk a lot about. Just didn't get it done. How does that play into the future? I'll tell you, with college football anymore, I think it's every season. It's anybody's season. Your teams are changing. We're going to have 50-plus new guys on our roster next year, and the guys coming back are going to be very driven. But each year it's different than it's ever been in college football. I don't think reloading, rebuilding, everything. It's a new puzzle. It's a new puzzle every year. And so, it's exciting and challenging and confusing and everything all at once when you think about that. And I think right now I just want to think about the kids in that locker room and take a few days to get away and get back to it.
Coach, after being down double scores at halftime, what was kind of the message to the players? After being down, double digits at halftime, what was the message to your guys during the break?
I got a little mad in the locker room. I told them I wasn't the team I expected to see. I thought we were flat. Weren't playing the way I expected. I thought we really came out in the third quarter and played much better. So, I let the coaches make their adjustments and then just tried to motivate them, and I thought they responded. I do. I think it's just one drive was the difference in that game there at the end.
Coach, just speak a little bit about the effort that Brennan gave, just running the ball the way that he did, just trying to find a way to break through that defense.
Super tough guy, man. The kid plays relentless football and obviously has a skill set to run. He's tough. The guys blocked hard for him. He did some good things, good design runs, and also some runs that he created on his own on some passes. But he loved his heart. He loved his, his character, his toughness, and he wanted to win that football game. He did.
Coach, you mentioned about the changes in college football with your tenure in the ACC. Is there something you'd like to see done? How would you like to see this changed?
Yeah.
You lose your guy this week. Your big defensive guy this week. What changes would you make?
Man, I don't know if I have time for that one. There's so many things wrong right now in college football. To me, you've heard everybody come up with their different things, and right now it's just getting some enforceable rules, leveling the playing field in the NIL world. I don't know how you do that, but it's the Wild West, and it's, you know, just pushed greed and a lack of character and integrity into the sport. It's pretty disappointing to watch, and I can't sit here after a loss and tell you how to fix it, man. I'm not going to do that, but it needs to be fixed. There needs to be some leadership that does that, and you know, it's going to have to start way up high. You know, it's going to have to be at the commissioner or presidential level, or maybe even higher. So, but there's some bad stuff that was created with that rule that came out from the courts, and now we're all trying to figure out how to just live in this world and do the best we can. It's tough, you know, for a guy that's 52 that's been in college football now for 30 years. It's not going the right direction, and it's still a great product. I mean, it's an incredible sport to watch right now, there's no doubt. But it's a team sport that starts with character and morals and integrity and toughness and togetherness and fighting and resiliency. I've never heard, you know, steal each other's players and greed and all the stuff that's going on as part of the formula for this sport. But that's what we have.
Coach, I wanted to ask about Trent.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of the exciting thing upon him. He's been here 6 years. Just
Yeah.
what did it mean to you to give the coach him one last season and see him make that huge play tonight?
Yeah, it's a great play. And happy for Trent. You know, Trent's been through a lot, had a bunch of injuries throughout his career, was able to play, I think, the most of his career this season. And has been an explosive player on and off for us. Great teammate the whole time he's been here. And so that was awesome for him to make that play. That was a great play, too. It was well designed, well blocked, and then he did a few things with his athletic ability there. That was pretty awesome to watch.
You talked a lot about Brennan stuff this time. It seemed like Casey was banged up at times, but it seemed like he kept wanting to get back out there. What was it like for you to see him go out there and do his thing?
Yeah, super competitive guy. You know, for the number of things he's had to do in our offense, obviously he's ready for the offseason. But yeah, he got nicked up a little bit. It's hard to keep him out. He's a guy that wants to keep playing, wants to make plays, wants to impact the game, wants to help his teammates.
Second row here from the second, and then the behind the
Hey Coach, when you're trying to come from behind, how tough is it when K-State has a guy like DJ Gibbons that's just really hunting the football, and how much of that is just trying to stop him?
That's a really good O-line that they have. You know, four guys are sixth-year players on that O-line. And so, yeah, I mean, you have to give the running back credit because we didn't tackle him very well. He ran hard. And that's on us. We got to tackle better. But their O-line does a great job, and they're well coached. So there's a lot went into that, you know. But it's a good offense, the way they run it. And the kids played hard for them. They didn't make a lot of mistakes. There wasn't a lot of penalties. There was no turnovers. You know, pretty impressive for an offense with a freshman playing quarterback.
Dave, back to Brennan for a second. You know, we talked after the UNC game sort of about the arc of his season, everything he went through. But when you look at all the guys who have been in your program for a number of years, what can a guy like that who comes in for 1 year and do what he did and play the way he played tonight, what can that do to sort of set an example or bring something new? What did he kind of do for your program in that 1 year?
Yeah. I mean, to see what he went through and the kind of teammate that he was through, Luke, I mean, it inspired a lot of people. It did. I mean, I won't say the right stats, but for a lefty in the ACC, like 10,000 yards, some crazy stats that he has, and for him to, you know, basically be benched and say, you know what, that's the right thing, and then to stand up in front of the team and tell them to play harder for the guy than they played for him because he deserves their best, and say it in a way that the kids were like, wow, you know, and then just comes to practice and plays his ass off every day, to the point where we want to start using him again. And then he won the locker room the day that he got benched because how he handled it. And then full circle, he gets the job back and the team just went crazy for him, you know. And I think it says a lot about just the type of teammate you can be when things don't go your way. And he inspired a lot of people, including me, you know, with how he handled that adversity. I have the utmost respect for him. And I don't know what awaits him, you know. Is he going to be a Taysom Hill type guy in the NFL that, you know, is a good backup, holds a clipboard, and then drives people crazy with his legs? I don't know. But man, is he a competitive dude, and he's a great teammate. I'd love to see him get a shot.
Coach, as a head coach, defensive coordinator in the Big 12, have you ever seen a quarterback like Avery Johnson, that young, that athletic?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have seen a lot of quarterbacks like him. And he's a good player. I'm not trying to downplay your question, but Vince Young was pretty good when we played against him. Lamar Jackson was pretty good when we played against him. There's been quite a few in the ACC that can run around and drive you crazy. And that's a talented young quarterback. K-State's got a great player there. He's got a tremendous future.
Good.
Thank you, Coach.